You have read The Prince. You have memorized the 48 laws of power. Yet, you still feel like a pawn in a game you do not fully understand. Why? Because the books found in public libraries were written to keep the masses busy. The true architects of reality do not leave footprints. They operate in a realm called initiation. Welcome to the level beyond manipulation. Most people think power is about being the loudest person in the room. They equate presence with authority. But the luminaries, the silent masters of the unseen, know that true power is a ghost. It is the ability to influence a decision before a single word is spoken. Today, we go beyond the basic laws. We dive into the dark secrets of the human psyche. Why do the mainstream books fail you? Because they teach you to react. They teach you tactics that are easily spotted by anyone with eyes. Initiation is different. It is not a set of rules. It is a transformation of the soul. It is about becoming the hunter who is never seen, the hand that moves the strings from the darkest corner of the theater. Consider the concept of the luminary. A luminary does not seek validation. They seek results. While others are busy projecting an image of strength, the luminary is busy identifying the invisible fractures in another person's ego. They don't break doors down. They simply wait for the locks to turn themselves. This is the first secret of the hidden initiation. Pay very close attention. To enter this world, you must first kill your need to be understood. The masses crave being known. The master craves being effective. Every time you explain your motives, you bleed power. Every time you justify your actions, you give others a handle to pull you. Initiation begins the moment you realize that silence is not empty. It is heavy with violent, calculating intent. We now open the pages of the forbidden manuscript. The first law of the unseen master is the illusion of action. While fools exhaust themselves fighting for the throne, the master sits in the shadows and designs the room where the throne sits. If you control the environment, you control the king. Do not play the game. Become the board they walk upon. The second law is the mirror of the void. This is the art of reflecting a person's deepest unfulfilled desires back at them without saying a word. You become a blank screen upon which they project their own fantasies. They do not fall in love with you. They fall in love with the idealized version of themselves you allow them to see. This creates total psychological surrender. When you offer no resistance, no personality quirks to hate, you become indispensable. They will pour their secrets, their fears, and their blind spots directly into your hands. And the most dangerous part? They will think it was their own idea to trust you. This is how you conquer a mind without ever firing a single shot. But mastering the mirror requires absolute emotional detachment. You cannot care about their projection. The moment you seek their approval, the mirror cracks, and you are just another desperate human. Detachment is the coldest weapon in the dark psychology arsenal. It allows you to watch a person's ego crumble without blinking. You are no longer a participant in their drama. You are the observer. The next concept from the dark texts is killing the identity. Society conditions you to build a personal brand, to have a rigid set of beliefs, to be predictable. The unseen master knows that a fixed identity is a prison. If they know who you are, they know how to defeat you. To become invincible, you must become formless. You must become water. When you have no fixed shape, you cannot be grasped. When you have no predictable desires, you cannot be bribed. You wear whatever mask the situation demands, and then you discard it the moment you step out of the room. The people who think they know you are only interacting with a ghost. The real you is entirely inaccessible, hidden behind layers of strategic deception. We are about to reveal the most dangerous psychological mechanism found in the hidden manuscript, a tool so potent it can rewrite a person's loyalty in a single encounter. But before we cross this line, you must ask yourself, are you ready for the weight of this knowledge? Because once you see the strings, you can never go back to being a puppet. We enter the realm of weaponized silence. You have been taught that communication solves everything. That is a lie engineered for the weak. In the realm of dark psychology, communication is a vulnerability. Absolute silence is the ultimate display of dominance. When you do not respond, you force the other person's mind to do the work. You force them to negotiate against themselves. Imagine a confrontation. They raise their voice. They hurl accusations. Instead of defending yourself, you simply look at them. You do not smile. You do not frown. You hold eye contact and offer absolutely nothing. Within seconds, their anger will turn into confusion. Within minutes, that confusion will curdle into deep, unsettling fear. They will break their own spirit, trying to fill the void you created. This brings us to the withdrawal of presence. It is not enough to be silent. You must know exactly when to disappear. The greatest addiction in the modern world is not a substance. It is attention. When you flood someone with intense, focused attention, you alter their brain chemistry. You become their source of dopamine. And then, you simply vanish without a trace. The sudden absence of your presence creates a psychological vacuum. They will obsess over what they did wrong. They will chase the ghost of your attention. By doing absolutely nothing, you have colonized their thoughts. They are now working tirelessly to win back favor from a person who isn't even in the room. This is the dark magic of calculated withdrawal. But what happens when the target is strong? What happens when they see through the silence? This is where the luminary uses the false flaw. Perfection makes people suspicious. If you seem too untouchable, you become a threat. To disarm a highly intelligent target, you must intentionally feed them a weakness. Give them a flaw they believe they discovered on their own. By allowing them to feel superior in one small, irrelevant area, you blind them to your overarching control. They are so focused on the fake crack in your armor that they do not notice the cage you have built around them. You feed their ego while slowly draining their autonomy. It is a psychological sacrifice play, and it works with terrifying efficiency every time. All these tools, the mirror, the silence, the false flaw, require one foundational trait: ruthless patience. The masses want immediate gratification. The unseen master measures time in decades. True psychological domination cannot be rushed. It is a slow drip of poison, a gradual rewriting of reality. You must be willing to wait in the dark longer than your target is willing to hold their breath. Let us look at the concept of the architect's gaze. When you walk into a room, do not look at the people as equals or threats. Look at them as a complex system of gears and levers. Everyone has a trigger. Everyone has a trauma. Everyone has a secret vanity. Your only job is to map the system. Do not engage. Just scan the architecture. Once you map their psychological architecture, you realize that humans are profoundly predictable. They will always move towards pleasure and run from pain. By slightly altering the placement of that pleasure and pain, you can steer their decisions without them ever feeling the wheel turn. They will fight to the death for a choice that you secretly made for them months ago. This is the final threshold of initiation. You now possess the keys to the darkest rooms of human nature. But understand this: power without purpose is just destruction. The manuscript was not written to create tyrants. It was written to create untouchable, sovereign individuals. Men who cannot be programmed, manipulated, or broken by the chaotic noise of the modern world. As you step back into your life, remember the law of the unseen. Your greatest advantage is your anonymity. Let the fools chase the spotlight. Let them fight for followers and superficial validation. You are no longer playing that game. You are the shadow that gives the light its meaning. You are the silence that makes the noise bearable. You are the architect. You have been initiated. The world you see tomorrow will not be the same one you saw today. You will see the strings, the masks, and the hidden agendas. Use this knowledge wisely. Remember, a luminary does not rule through fear, but through the absolute certainty of their presence. The shadows are no longer your enemy. They are your kingdom. Until next time. The masses will always choose comfortable lies over cold truths. But if you are ready to master the unseen mechanics of power, you belong with us. Subscribe to Dark Intel Elite. Your initiation has just begun. Do not be left in the dark.